Hey, I'm Suzy, and welcome to 30 Minutes of Dance. Today's class is a dancer cross-training workout where we will focus on upper body strength. So join me with your mat. Have a block and a strap nearby. If you don't have those, you can also use a pillow instead of a block, and a scarf or a tie, or even a bathrobe tie rather than a strap. Have water nearby. I'll be working barefoot, but you're welcome to wear any comfortable shoes that help you feel supported. And let's begin. So stepping onto the mat for a gentle warm up, just to get the energy circulating. And then we'll take it down to the floor and do some work that recruits the whole body and focuses on toning the arms, building strength in the upper body so that we can have a beautiful épaulement, right? A beautiful carriage of the arms without overstressing the neck or the shoulders. Feeling strong at the base, strong at the core, and light in the upper body. So I'm just opening out a little port-a-bras here, side to side with a weight shift. Allow the music to inspire you. And really, as we shift, allow a shift to open the arms towards your left side, right? This is an offering. We're just offering strength, offering connection, a whole body experience, right? It's a dance, but we're working on the upper body. Keep breathing. Switch sides. And as you shift, kind of putting it out there on this side, yes. Easy weight shift. Okay, we want to keep the attitude of dance, and we'll bring some strength into it as well. You can frown if you need. There's some face yoga there for you. Now come back to the center. Let's reach up and feel how the arms are extending from the weight shift in the hips, trailing from the rib cage to the fingertips. All right, a little tendu, plie and shift. The hips come into it. All right, and the deeper you plie, right, the more strength we have at our base, the easier it is to articulate, to move through the full range of motion in the arms without hiking the shoulders up. Let's backstroke now. If it feels better to you, you can keep the fingertips on the shoulders. Otherwise, big arm circles. Maybe do both. I always have options. And now allow your gaze to go with the arm. So there's a slight rotation, shoulders, yeah, but the ribs go with. So there's a twist, shoulders, and full arm. One more time. Shrugging off your day, enjoying the dance of it all. Come back to center, just hips. Easy arms, like whew, kind of jazzy with a drop, flick, release. And then the arms can come way up and whew, way down, just on the left. Ha! And flex through the front foot. Okay. Last two. And back through the middle and just like flick it side to side. Feet a little wider than the hips, so you set up on the opposite angle. And then, whew. Yeah, so the arms are light and the chest feels like you could just get it all off your chest right here. Well done. Woo, one more. Okay, come back to the center. Turn your feet out. So second position, demi-plie. It doesn't have to be too big, not too dramatic here, yes. And then as you're simply pulsing, you can even, kind of rock and groove it out a little bit too, if that feels like a thing for you. If you need to just stay square, it all counts. This is more about the upper body. Yeah, so do you on the bottom, like, yeah, easy sway, pulsing options. And then bring the arms out, thumbs up. From here, starting with the hands, you're gonna turn the palms down and over, any amount. This is gonna be different for each of us. Now, when the arms are straight, they're a little bit heavier. So if you prefer, you can keep the hands on the shoulders. Yeah, and it's a shoulder girdle. You get a feel of the shoulder blades, the scapula kind of moving together and apart. Be very small. You could also do it right here. Try to take the arms back a little and forward. So you have like goalpost positions. Now if, for you, it works that you could take them down a little further and then back up. If that's too much, just right here, or you can just be like right here. Oh, don't forget, it's fun. Because you're gonna feel it either way, but you wanna be working in your range of motion. And if this works, yeah. And then we can take it, right and left so it's jazzy. Alternate. So try on these different variations. See which feels the best in your body and your mind. Yeah, there's a little bit of coordination that has to happen. We have like a scarecrow moment here. Good. So take it to straight arms if that works for you. Just building some warmth. Fingertips. Feel the shoulder blades. What are they doing? Yeah, the back of the shoulders, not the top. And now you have the option for this sort of jazz hand scarecrow moment. It doesn't have to be real big. It could just be right here. Yes, or, oh. And then it gets into the rib cage, into the chest. Feeling the legs. Well done. Last time. Out wide to the side. And come back to the center. Woo, shake it off. They get heavier, but they get longer from your heel toe, your feet together. Yes, a little lighter, I hope. Good, shake it off. Let's take it to the floor. Have a sip of water if you like. Maybe dance to your water if it's far away, yes. Have a little toast here to yourself, just celebrating that you're breathing in and breathing out. And then transitioning to the floor. If you need a chair to help you get down to hands and knees, I'm gonna use the block today to help set me up. And standing at the edge of the mat, inhale, step your lucky leg back, whichever feels like the one. And then you can use the support underhand, coming into a lunge. And then from the lunge, coming towards all fours. Now, I'm gonna set the block off to the side for a moment as we start. And working simply cat-cow. So variations on plank are really great for getting a sense of your shoulder girdle, the strength of heart in the palm of your hands, right? And just getting a sense of how the shoulders move. If this is too much to do it on all fours, stay with me if it works for you. But if it's too much, you can lessen the load and work here at the wall, just pushing and pulling, right? A little modified push-up. I'm bending my knees so that it's not too dramatic. If you want to straighten the legs and do really small little presses, yeah, it takes half of the weight off, yeah. And, or some. And then from here, if you're at the wall, just keep pressing, try straight arm push-ups. So you're really getting a feel for the shoulder blades, how they move apart. Right, and then maybe a little micro bend and lift. Micro bend and lift. Belly lifting. One more. Probably feeling that, so come on out if you need, lie down. If you're not comfortable sitting on the knees in between, you could also use the block to build, yourself a little throne here. Shake out the hands. Sometimes nice even just to give your wrists a little squeeze in between. Now we're gonna do a similar variation, this time on the forearms. So you could do this at your wall as well, or come onto hands and forearms, and then walk the knees. I'm walking my chest forward. Yeah, knees back. So we come to a plank variation, pull the navel in, and then let the chest sink, and then push the floor away. That's it. Sink, and then push. Lift the navel, exhale on your effort. Sink and push. Shoulder blades move away from the spine, and then gather and shrug together and down. One more, and then rest, walk your knees back in. If it feels good, you might even take the arms forward and bow the chest. If the floor feels too low, you also have your block you could put underneath your head. So it just varies where the weight is in the knees and any pressure in the knees. Also welcome to fold the mat over or use a blanket, your pillow even, to cushion the knees. Take a little tail wag there, and then come back up. Excellent. Now we're gonna place the block. You could also use a book if you don't have a block. Yeah. A block underneath your left hand. Pull the navel in and push the floor away. So we're using this asymmetry, this imbalance, one hand's higher than the other, yeah, to learn how to move the shoulders, bending the left arm a little bit, yeah, keeping the right arm straight, but you can feel that, oh, it's sort of a push-up. But you're initiating the movement from the breath, from the shoulders, not the arms. Now, you don't have to do too many of those to feel it. We'll shift back. Keep your hand, maybe tent your fingertips, right? So we can counter from being on the hands, how the wrist now can distribute and lift out of the weight of it. And then consider letting your head hang, your elbows rest. Good, take a moment, sort of walk yourself up. Just notice the difference in your shoulders, in your rib cage, your lungs. And let's swap it to the other hand. Right, the music is with us as you come to all fours. From here, hover. You want to feel like your joints are stacked, that the shoulders are directly over your wrists. And then from here, again, any extra cushion you need under your knees, round and dome the upper back by pushing away, and then shrug and gather, the shoulder blades come together. The right elbow's gonna bend a little. Exhale, you're gonna round, pull the navel in, exhale, or inhale, then shrug it off a little bit. Good, exhale, round and inhale, bend in the right arm, feeling that this is offset, that maybe one side's getting a little more of the weight, and how can you meet yourself right in the middle? Awesome. Last couple. And rest. Sitting back, any amount, elbows rest, tent your right fingertips, and then let it all hang. Just take a breath so the upper body's relaxed, but the hand is active. You're kind of suction cupping there to counter any of this work in the wrists. Good, and then gently release. So we're gonna set the block off to the side for a moment and come to side lie, side saddle, yes. Let's do your left hip down first, yes. Because that arm might need a breather, yeah. So come to sit on your left outer hip, okay? And then we're going to rest on the left forearm. Now from here, the knees can be stacked if that feels better for your low back, or you can walk the top leg back It opens through the quad, through the front of the hip here, the hip flexor, this crease. But if it's not for you, pick a variation on the theme. You may not know until you try a couple on, yes? Now from here, we're going to press towards a straight arm and then slow-mo lower down. It's harder than it looks. You can use the tent we just built of the right hand to assist you here. It starts at your core, right? So we're gonna lift through the core, press into the suction cup, and then push off to a straight arm. And then slowly lower back down. Again. Pressing up, drive the left elbow forward slightly. Good. Last one. Come back up through the center. Now, use your core. See if you can go hands-free with this, right? There's a little bit of hip work in this to come to the opposite side. And I'm gonna scooch just a little so I'm even on the mat. You may need to as well. Come down onto your right forearm. Pause here. Get a feel for if it feels, if it senses like it's more safe and more connected to keep the knees together for you. Or if it's interesting to walk the leg back. And since we tried it on the first side, let's do a couple on the second and see which one you really enjoy. Come back to center. Well done. Now your left hand is going to tent your square here. Inhale, push off, and straighten the right arm. Lift to lower. Lift from the pelvic floor, from the core, and let that buoyancy be what floats your elbow off the floor. Yes, one more. Woo! And then press yourself back up. Okay, hands free. This time, we come into a sort of a mermaid feeling, or a merman feeling. Stack your knees. Now, from here, we're going to come to the left forearm. Now, for the first couple, see how it feels in your shoulder. This is not for everyone, this internal rotation that's happening here. So I want you to get a feel for, using the suction cup of the other hand, how you might extend your spine beyond this arm and then relax. And if there's any sharp, like, quality to this, then try, and you can use your weight in the other hand, taking the hand fingertips away from you, palm up. Oh, so now there's a different feeling. If this is nervy at all, you could put a blanket under your forearm, you could fold the mat over, or skip it, yeah, entirely. But palm up. Now I want you to imagine, as the head and your fingertips are in the same line, that you're pulling the elbow in toward you, and that's what's extending your spine. And then relax. Pull the elbow in toward you, and relax, and feel and sense how, oh, I'm lifting past. Good. Now come back to center. Now we're gonna use our core. Stretch the arms up for a moment. Hold on to the top wrist, oh, or your left wrist, yeah, the arm that was just down, and rest for a moment. Other side. Coming to your forearm. Find that merman moment. Knees are stacked. First option, fingertips pointing toward me, and then use your suction cup fingertips to pull your spine past your forearm and relax. And again, elongate, right? There's like an undulation in this. It's a dance. Woo! I gotta let the music take, yeah. One more. Now, you can stay with that, or this may feel better. Let's see. Turning the palm, or the arm away from you so that your head and your fingertips are in the same line. And then float the palm up. Suction cup to help you square. Pull the navel in. And then pull your elbow toward your hip and rest. Notice how that changes the torso. Elbow toward your hip. Rest. Again, pull. One more. Well done. Press yourself up to sit. The hand that was just down, that forearm, we're gonna give it some love and a little stretch. Good, come back to center. Feel the music. And now one more variation on the side. So come on to your left side. Now hopefully you were able to decipher through this last variation, what feels better to you? Fingertips toward me or fingertips away, in line with the spine, palm up, palm down. You choose what feels like the path of least resistance for you. So you're not getting stressed and you're tapping into your core strength. Use the opposite hand. Now, there's a sense of pulling past your fingertips. There's a sense of pulling the elbow in toward you. And then, you can even use this hand, then you're gonna press and lift the hips and then come back down. Now, the opposite hand's like a little kickstand to help. You might not need it. You could even put it on your thigh and kind of press down to help you come up and down 4 or more times. You might even take the arm, woo, like a circle, and then bring yourself back up. This leg, the top leg, is gonna help pull you up. Come into a little side stretch. Dance your arms up. So you can either hold on to the elbow and take a lean. You could hold on to the forearm, give the whole arm a little squeeze, and take a lean. Good, come back to center. Sit in between. Slow motion, come to the other side. Swing the feet out. Good, now from here again, you choose. Does it feel better to be here? Fingertips toward me. Fingertips pointing away. Palm down, palm up. And then press into the hand. There's a sense of pulling your spine past your fingertips. Tense the hand, pull your elbow into the side waist, and that's what floats your hips off the floor and down. Now play with this. Maybe it's a suction cup for the hand. Maybe it's the hand by your side. Pressing into, or even using your hand to pick your hip up. That one helped me to bring forward. And then there's, a big circle, if that's for you. All right, just an option. Hopefully you feel this strength, this connection at the elbow, pulling into the side waist. Send your left leg out straight. Inhale. Give me a little wave, and then hold on maybe to the elbow if that's a thing as we lean. Holding onto the elbow, the forearm, squeezing down the wrist. Up and over. Good, and then gently, release. Let's bring the legs all the way around. So you come back to all fours. And then as you come to all fours, press back, maybe hips to heels. Up to you. And then our journey now is to sort of put some of this together. As you inhale forward, walk your hands slightly forward or your knees back a smidge. As you come into a modified plank, so we're hinging forward, curl your toes under, press back any amount. Hips towards heels if it's a thing, or just right here. So we're taking the pressure off the hands, and then inhale forward, hinge the hips forward, exhale back. Inhale forward till the shoulders are directly over your wrist. Good. One more. Now, lift your navel and come all the way down. See, oh my goodness, see if you can land all in one piece. And then come, I'm gonna inch back, and the inching back feels good on the low back, so feel free to squirm as you like. And come to your forearms, yes? So interlace the hands. From here, curl your toes under, lift your belly button off the floor and pull. You wanna feel like you're pulling the elbow, I'm exaggerating, yeah, but feel like you're pulling the elbows in. And that pull with the elbows is what lifts your belly off the floor, and then come back down. Pull with the elbows, dig in with the feet. Imagine you're kicking the feet towards your hands and come back down. Now just try a few of those. If you need to stop in the middle, in between, change it up, feel free. Good, maybe 3 more, yeah. Just feeling this wave come underneath the belly, pulling the elbows and kicking with the legs. Amazing, last one. Pull in, push away, and then slowly come back down. Good, rest your head and just wag it out some. Good, inhale, scoop yourself back up, push up off the floor. Well done. Crawling towards seated. And I'm gonna use the block to sit up a little higher and the strap to help to release any kind of tightness that when we get strong in the center, we wanna balance that out, yes, and end with a nice deep stretch. So, you can also stand to do this if you prefer. I'm gonna sit on the block and take the strap into hand. Open it out. If you have a strap, you don't want the buckly bit, you know, anywhere near you. You wanna keep that in hand so it doesn't bonk you. And then simply inhale, yay! Exhale, behind you. Now you can walk the hands out as far as you need. If you find like you're wrestling to do this, find that point where there's balance, right? When both arms are, and you know, maybe it's here, yeah? But just be in that space where it's balanced, take a few breaths, and then go up an inch or two. When you start to feel the imbalance, rather than fighting against yourself, just be with it, right? Be with the imbalance, and start to pulse up. If you can, go all the way up and over, back and forth, all good. But if not, meet yourself right where you are. Yeah, and then give a little sway. Yeah. Maybe 1 or 2 more. So you're opening up the chest, you're opening up the side body. Let it dance. Maybe you circle the rib cage, circle. Oh, it's fun. Let it be fun. And then take it behind you. Crawl forward. You will come to stand. You can take the opposite leg forward for your lunge. Curl the toes under and push off. Take a moment with your knees bent here, and the hands will come to your thighs. Push off. These are push-ups. Oh, yeah. And then bend the elbows and push off. Hinging at the hips, and push off. One more time. Press all the way to stand tall. Roll the shoulders. Bring yourself back. I'm just gonna make a safe field there. Bring yourself back to the beginning and just roll the shoulders. Notice how much more engaged, maybe present you feel in the chest, in the upper back, at your core, the shoulder girdle, right? And then send the arms out to the side. Feel a little reach side to side. And go thumbs up, woo, push pull. You could also snake on through. Coming back to a good feeling. Okay, and then bring yourself back to center. Thank you so much for working with me today and getting stronger so you can be more present in your life. Have a beautiful day. I'm Suzy. I'll see you soon.